this is Jackie from Jangle Art and Designs, and the reason for this strange intro is that in the rest of the video you will hear that I talk about the dandelion kit. I had to laugh at myself because this is actually a dragonfly kit. So I just want to correct that, and then I will let the rest of the video continue as I recorded it. So I just placed these items here. I'm busy with beading for doing beading to attach here onto this lace. So I just thought that I quickly make this video so that I just correct the dandelion part, which will cause too much confusion. So this is a dragonfly kit, and in the video I do show you parts of the kit. It's Dragonfly Dreams by Crafty Dragon Creations by Stacey McDaniel. She has got a Facebook group, Crafty Dragon Creations, and she's got an Etsy shop and a Ko-fi shop and a YouTube channel, and all that info will be in the description box below, as well as where I got my ideas from. And then I hope to add a PDF freebie from my Ko-fi that's available in my Ko-fi shop, with the measurements and a bit of instructions on the booklet. This is for beginners, so this video is a beginner video, and I took time to show how to make a pocket and how to make a ruffle, and some the ideas that I use from other crafters. I did mention and give them credit in the video, but I will be adding the information in the description box below, also the groups where I contribute with my crafting, so that you can visit them or join them, and in that way I credit them also for allowing me to share my crafting there. So I just wanted to correct that information. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the video, and very welcome also to the new subscribers to my channel. I'm so glad that you joined, and happy that you joined, and I hope you will enjoy my channel. I will not always be doing just beginner stuff. I will try more difficult stuff, and then I will also share how I did the process. But I would like you to please share this video or share it with your friends, ask them to join, or just have a look at my videos. Maybe there are beginners that really need this information, and otherwise the video is also a bit of my journey and my life in South Africa. So I hope you will enjoy the rest of the video. Hi, this is Jackie from Jangle Arts and Designs, and today I'm starting a totally new project with a kit from Crafty Dragon Creations. I will add all the details in the description box below. It's a dandelion kit, and the kit is rather colorful, and as you can see, I cut out all the ephemera and pockets and tags and goodies that we can use, and I just wanted to show it to you. I just want to make sure everything is in view of the camera. Okay, so here, let's begin at the top. I like to resize some of the items just for the fun of it, so I made miniature envelopes. In the kit they are shaped in this way, the template, and I have already cut it out, but I haven't glued it so that I can actually show you a bit of my process. This will be the first time that I really show a bit of the process, so I hope it's going to go well. Well, this is the original size. I just want to, maybe I should show you the difference in size. So all that I did is when I went to my printer options, I chose the option where you can put 2 pictures on an A4 or maybe a US letter. I'm not sure how the US letter works. I will have a look at that sometime. But on the A4, we were in South Africa, we work with the A4 and with centimeters. But anyhow, I printed 2 sets of the page, which has got 2 envelopes, and this washi tape like design, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to do something interesting with this. So this is the original size, and so when you print this page of the journal on A4 settings, and you decide to put 2 images on a page, and you select 2, then it resizes, it makes it smaller, it fits 2 sets on one page, and that is how I got the smaller envelopes. Okay, so there are the envelopes in blue, and oh, here's the normal size blue one of the kit. So here's we've got it in blue and yellow. Then in the kit there are 4x4s, and I cut them out like this. You can make accordion type of booklets with them. You can, there are many ways to use this, or you can cut them out and use them as snippets. Here is a larger size that now I'm not sure if I resized it to a smaller size or if it's originally in the kit, because I play around so much, and in the end I just go with the flow. So here's a bigger version of it, so you can make bigger. Let's compare the 2 sizes. You can make 2 different sizes. So there may be a possibility that I resized it, or it was added in the kit smaller. But anyhow, the same process. 2 on one page if you want to resize, and then you get smaller items. So that's, these I cut out because I'm not going to use them as 4x4s. 4x4s is just using them 4 in a row, from top to bottom, or from left to right, right to left, and depending on what you want to make. But I want to use these separately. Then there are also these small little tags. Let me just show them to you so that you can see them. I rather like this pink one, it's quite nice. No, there are 4, sorry, here's the other one, the green one. Then there are circle shaped tabs, let's call them mini saucers. So they look like this. I am going to do something different. No, I'm not going to make saucer dangles. These are too small, and I'm not going to make dangles with them. Got to be creative and make a new type of dangle. Here are 4 tickets. I left them attached as I'm not sure what I intend to do with them yet. So if I intend to use them differently, then I will separate them. Then there's also these 3 keys. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, so I haven't fussy cut them yet, for in case I want to use them like that. Then there are pockets, pre-made pockets, these 2, and I was thinking of cutting it along there, then I can make a double pocket with both of them. That's maybe one way to go. And then there are these 2 pockets. I didn't cut them out here. Well, I wasn't sure if I'm going to fussy cut it or if I'm going to use it as a pocket, because you will see my project has already got endless pockets, so I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. I haven't decided. Then we've also got lovely tags with quotes on them. Let me just, these are the quoted ones. Here's another quoted one, 3 of them, and then there's supposed to be another one of these. Oh, it is 3 that look like stained glass type of art. And then there are 3 postcards. and I'm still deciding on inking, if I should go that way and what color, and if I should go with all the colors. Here are 3 smaller tags to use. Then we've got, as I showed you, the washi tape strips. Now I've got 2 smaller strips because of the resizing. I'm also going to use that for something, but that you will see in the process. And then we've got a couple of sentiments that are part of the kit. Fly high, adventure, ambition, dreamer, journey, happiness, beauty, explore, wanderlust, dreams, vision, and aspire. I think these will come in handy with this project. I'm going to try and build a storyline with the sentiments. What else is there that I can show you before I show you my project? Okay, maybe you're wondering what this is. This is part of the accordion. So I made an accordion type of little booklet. I will be posting my measurements. I saw this video on YouTube, KILA Creations. She's got a beautiful kit in which she made this type of booklet. I did not make my envelopes the same as hers. Hers is pre-designed. I made my envelopes from the journal pages of the kit, and I could not use her measurements because all the stuff are part of the kit, and I would love to buy that kit, but at this stage I cannot afford to buy the kit. Please excuse the excitement in the background. That is how our cat is greeted every morning by the kids. And then so I'm going to put a PDF on my Ko-fi shop. I'm going to open my Ko-fi shop and I will put a PDF with the measurements, and I want to try and do a sketch, but if it's not possible, then I will just be giving you the measurements. Then I intend to try a bit of designing in the future, but at this stage the PDF will be free, so it's just a freebie. It's just to help you, because the reason why I do it, I'm not trying to copy others, or even that I think, oh, I'm at the point of knowing it all. Definitely not. My problem was this. Let me show you. And I am not sure how to. I just saw a clip of a video and I realized that maybe I'm overthinking this whole process of scoring. But I had a look at her kit, and it seemed that the folio, at the folio, you know, the tutorial, and it seemed like this accordion was scored every half an inch. But I don't know how to get half an inch on this scoreboard, and all the half inches are the same measurement, because we work with centimeters and millimeters in South Africa. So the centimeters, even on the scoring board, it just I can't even call it confuse. It's not even overwhelming. It was just a huge frustration. And so I don't know. I'm at the point of saying I don't know how to score with this board. It boggles my mind, because I thought, okay, let's go to the centimeter side and it will be easier. But then I really had the same issue of using the correct scoring line below the number. So if you could give me advice on this, I would greatly appreciate it. So what I did in the end is I took my ruler and I measured it in centimeters, but I did convert it approximately into a usable size in inches. So in the PDF I will have the inches and the centimeters, but it's just an approximate value. And then you can add 7 envelopes into this accordion, and these sides, okay, I did make them the same length in the end. I cut it before I used it in my project, but these sides, the cover comes over it. So in the tutorial of KILA, I think that is the word KILA, K-I-L-A, she used a cover, like I'm going to show an example. A front cover was like this, attached in one piece. The back cover was 2 pieces, so that she could add a ribbon closure in it. I forgot about that, but actually it's good because I've got something different in mind to close my booklet. So I'm glad I did not do it that way, that I went my own way. Here's some bits I can still show you. Here I resized the tickets and circle tabs and little squares, and I usually use this for decoration, for embellishment. So I'm going to be making a snippet, so I may be using this in the snippet. Then we've got, here's another journal page. I printed mine double-sided. So but I love this pink, and I may be fussy cutting it, still deciding. Then there's this journal page. I did not fold it, and I print these. Yeah, I did print on both sides, and then there's also such a journal page. So I decided beforehand which colors to print together on one sheet of paper. Then there's a collage paper, also ideally for snippets, because I've already done my layout and so on, so I won't be using this page as in a whole, but this is a lovely collage. Then let me just show you the other pieces. There's this page that I haven't used. I love sunflowers, so I intend doing something with the sunflowers. And on the back I added this checkered or gingham page. And then there's this one. This is quite lovely. This is I love this. This is beautiful. I'm still thinking on what to do with that. And then I put the green on the background, on the back side. And then there are these folio paper division folders. I just printed it on one side. They are mirrored images, so you can close it up. So I'm going to do something with that. And this is just 2 journal pages that are just in more in color. Oh my word! Just colors, and yeah, subtle images on it. I'm not sure what, if it's more lace, like lace. Okay, this is part of a previous kit of this. Oh, excuse the image I used to color in, and I did not color in all my prints, so I'm using them for, they are of thicker cardstock, so I'm using them whenever I need cardstock, so I print on the other side, so not to waste paper, and it works very well. So if I want to use them and they need a white background, then I just glue printer paper on the back side, or I actually use them like a pocket or whatever, depending on what goes through my mind at that particular moment. So that's another part of the kit I haven't utilized yet. And then I also want to show you that I've got offcuts. I know in the beginning I was told keep your scraps, and I've got so many scraps, but one can actually do a lot with this. Nice snippets, nice little borders. If you cut that out, you can make a paper border on the sides. If you turn it around, you can rather decide to make a circle tag out of that. So I kept my scraps. Here's a larger scrap. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but every piece and bit is reusable. Here's the bottom part of the pages, because my booklet is smaller than A5, so I cut a bit of the pages off. This can also be used for something. And then where I cut out the envelopes I made, I had these leftovers of the double-sided printed papers, and they actually will come in very handy. Just look at that beautiful. I can make a tag with it, and these plain ones are ideal for ruffles and fake lace and whatever. Even these bits I use, so I kept them all. This one is like this, so this can also be used for something nice. And this orange one, I love the colors on it. So I kept my scraps. They can all be utilized in the project. So here is and these are also part of the scraps. Then Sherls Craft and Designs, or whatever, Sherls has got on her Ko-fi shop freebies, template freebies, and I got this from her Ko-fi shop, and so I credit her for this. Very thankful for the freebie templates for a beginner like me. I actually have to take apart an envelope, and then I've got to figure it out. So this helps quite a lot and makes life much easier. So I put this on the page like this, and decided where I wanted situated top and bottom, and then I put it on the page like this. Used paper clips to keep it in place and cut it out, and that was my envelope template, and that is how I made my envelopes. So I already glued my envelopes, and I glued them to the accordion because was such a messy and tricky thing, and my envelopes aren't properly I won't say properly made, but the accordion can be a bit tricky, and I did not fold my accordion precisely enough as I was struggling with this scoring and so on. But never mind, I don't mind that it's a bit askew, because I'm going to add ribbon and lace and stuff, and then it will all come together. So the cover looks like that. Okay, here's the accordion. Let me just show you the accordion. 7 envelopes fit into it, and when we open up the accordion, it looks like that. Why doesn't this one open up? Should it be like that? But it's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, so this is my cover, and it's attached to this side of the accordion, and then the envelopes are put on every second wave, whatever we can call it. So yeah, so I opted with going with a plain next to the cover envelope, and inside I already added a page for journaling. You can add anything into the pockets. I was thinking, if someone has got mental health issues, and I am not putting them down in any way. I myself suffer from depression, and experience a lot of trauma in my life. So for this, for me, it would be a nice way to just keep important positive quotes and ideas together, and when things get too much for me, I can open it up and just fill my thoughts and my spirit with positive things and beauty. So here's the next page. I haven't added any. See how lovely the double-sided feature works with the envelopes. And there you can see I had messy glue fingers, so I've got to cover it up. Here's a yellow, the gingham one with green in the inside. Is it actually the same green? Yes. And then this is a postcard. It's got postcards on the journal page and a bit of lace, and it looks like that. I just like them all over the place. I don't mind where they are. And this is just a plain journal page, and then it's got purple in the inside, and then I added this journal page like this. So there's another place to add quotes or picture or write a memory. I will add some writing paper in it, maybe make a booklet of it. And then we've got the pink. This is beautiful, and I put in a pink journaling page inside. Love the rose with the dragonfly, beautiful. And then the last envelope is just this plain laced one. Haven't added anything in there. I've got reasons why, because I want to show you the process. And then this is the back cover, and I added it on this side. I did not keep it separately to add an enclosure, but you can see my dragonfly is upside down. So somewhere in this whole process of working out where I should glue the stuff on the accordion, or to the accordion, it came out upside down. And I really don't mind it, because it just makes it intriguing. My eyes directly focus into the eyes of the dragonfly. It's a bit of soul searching, so I love it this way. But please, if you're more into perfection, don't do what I did. Work it out before you've got glue on it. Okay, so what I thought to do is, let me just remove this piece of scoring board. I played around with the ephemera and tags and stuff last night, and I was thinking about these. I first started with them, and I decided these tags aren't going to be tags, they are going to be decorations. So this looked nice to me, and maybe I'm going to make it a pocket, because this has got journaling inside. So that one goes there, and then this one is already decorated quite a lot. Let me just go through it and see where I added some more. This one goes there, and then maybe this one goes there. I think I can't remember precisely now. Then I decided I could do that if I wanted to, and then I've got two left. And if I change my mind, I could rather do this, and it would be more colorful. So this is still a work in progress to decide actually what I'm going to use where. This will not go so nicely with that, and this will also not work out nicely. So that's some ideas. I could also take these and make a little collage out of it. See, there are a lot of ways to play around with the different stuff. These I maybe are going to use as closures for the envelopes, because they keep on folding when they are closed. So I'm going to use some of the circle tags for that. This looked quite nice on there, so I can play around with that and add let's just take an example, make an example. Let's say we add dreamer. It feels like I should stay with the greens. The dreams. You could add it like that. actually like it at the top though, so this is still going to be something I have to sort out where I want to position it, but that's one way that I intend to use it. And please remember, I am not a know-it-all, so any suggestions are always welcome. Let's see what we can do with these pockets. So the colors aren't necessarily going to be well suited, but this could work for pockets. And then if you just add some color with it because it looks too boring. Let's see where else we can add a pocket. We could, nope, that's not working well. Nope. This one goes well with it. We can make a towering pocket. I want to show you that when you add a lot of pockets. I'm calling it the towering pockets because I don't know what others call it, and it frustrates me not to know what to call it. I never showed you the pockets of the kit. They are quite nice pockets I could use. I cut them like this. Like I like to have a bit of gluing space if I decide to make it a tuck spot or a flip pocket, so I always add a little bit of extra paper leverage for the design, and then I could actually make pockets or stuff from this and snippets and etc. And then the postcards are just going to be inked and placed inside one of the envelopes for journaling. So that's what I have to show you today. So when I come back a little later, then I just want to sort out my table and start decorating. Then I will show you more of the decoration process or decorating process. So see you in a while. So I decided to glue down this page, but it's going to be a type of pocket. So I'm just going to glue it down like this, but I want it near the fold so that I can add ribbon over it and just give it a more neater look. And now I actually remember I didn't ink this, so this is going to be fun. Let me just get my inks. You will see I'm using small little ink pads that I purchased from Timu, because in South Africa our currency value is very, very poor, weak against the pound, the dollar and the euro. So for us to purchase Tim Holt ink pads, I've only got one distress ink or stays on or stamping it or whatever, any kind of archival. Yeah, I've learned a few names in the process, but to afford inks, one ink is the cost of dinner for 2 people at home. So I first feed my family before I will first take in mind or look after my family before paying an excessive amount for an ink pad. The ink, I must say, all those ink pads are wonderful. I've got a stays on that was gifted to me by somebody, a friend of mine, And the stays on is not my favorite, I must say. I like the Distress Oxide, but they are extremely expensive, so I won't be purchasing them if they stay at the unaffordable price they are at the moment. I'm just cutting the edges. I'm really lucky. A friend, my best friend, gave me a few pieces of, well, quite a lot of small pieces of ribbon and lace, because that's another thing. I've got to go to the nearest city. We live in a rural area, and I've to purchase lace and stuff, and it's also quite expensive. But when you're in the shop, you can't just buy a whole range of colors, so you never know what you're going to need. And she has accumulated a lot of supplies through many years, so I actually wonder if I shouldn't just burn the edges with a lighter, just to not let it unravel. There we are. So now I'm going to stick it. So I also looked at the glitter glue and tack glue or something like that. Whew, I couldn't believe it. It is well worth a lot of grocery supplies just to buy one bottle of glue, of those glues, on Amazon. We've got Amazon in South Africa, and it's still way too expensive for us. It is much cheaper to buy local glue, so I'm using this Dala Jewel Bond. I find that it works with the fabrics, so I use it. Sometimes I use the glue gun, but it makes it a bit lumpy, and it's not suited for in these areas where you don't want it to bulge. I maybe added a bit too much here, so let me just spread it a bit. You see, this is where the gluing gets to me, and I'm still looking for a container with a nozzle that is much more fluid, because the container I purchased, I think the glue is too thick for the nozzle, so the glue you have to put a lot of pressure on the bottle to get the glue not flowing, just coming out. So I need a better glue bottle, because I buy my glue in bulk. This Jewel Bond is not in a container with a finer nozzle, so I just have to do with it. So that is what I'm doing with this. So this is a tuck spot at the moment. I can glue it there and there and make it a pocket, but let me first just think about it, because maybe I want to do something else, add something else still, and then I can't. So that's what I'm doing for this part here. We could add a sentiment or pocket. Let's have a look at these. This would be too much. Not the yellow. No. Nope. They're not going to work. We had this one. No. It's too busy. So I will have to make use of one of these to let the colors flow nicely. So we can actually do that. So let's cut out a pocket. I'm just going to use this as a measurement. this one side looks longer than the other side. So this is, let me cut out this part. I had a look at my scissors and I thought, oh, I better take my scissors and wash it, because it's glued and it's inked and everything. It looks terrible. So let me just check. Yeah, the one side is wider than the other. I just want to keep this in mind and try to use it for the, okay, if I do that part I want for the side, and then I want a part for the side here. So then if I put it over there, then I've got that little side. I could make it broader. Let's make it a bit broader. I'm just eyeballing it. I will measure it now. I just want to, and then there's enough space at the bottom to fold it over. So now I'm going to work with centimeters. 13.5. 13.5. 6 and 6 is 12. 6.5 is 13. 6.7 is approximately the middle. I should have actually done it on the other side. Wow, this could also, no, it's too much. I don't want to get dizzy from all the color. It should flow peacefully. Oh, this is also something that irritates me a lot, and if I put masking tape on the paper, then the paper tears the color off. So this is just, I should use another pencil. This pencil is not ideal for the situation. Okay, my measurement is nearly perfect. Okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to, I can't remember what the word was for, it's some notch. I want to draw the lines for the, to cut out the notch. The reason why I'm doing it like this is because, remember I said the one side looks different from the other side. Okay, but it doesn't have to be perfect, so it doesn't bother me that much. It's just I just want some balance in this area. So let's cut out this part, the notch. I don't have a circle punch. I hope I will be able to purchase a circle punch in a few weeks' time. Well, I'm going to order from Temu. Don't have any other options. They're much more affordable than the imported punches that we have to buy locally. Oh, this circle is going to irritate me quite a lot because it's not perfect, and this is not what I like. So let me just get this edge done better. Okay, this looks way better. It's not perfect, but it looks way better. I think this will be quite nice. So we've got it. We've got to stop there. So we're going to use about 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter equals 2 no, 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So 1 centimeter is nearly the half of an inch. So we had 13.5. So if we take off 1 and 1, I should remember, use the back side. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. I'm just doing this to show other beginners the process, because I didn't know anything about this process. I had to sit through hours of videos and on Pinterest and look for free templates or free pockets, just so that I could find out how it actually worked, how it was, how the, oh, can you believe me doing this? Oh no. Okay, we will be changing the edge of this. So let's just do this. We can salvage this. It's going to be a weird pocket, but weird is not bad. So I'm just going to fold this on the line. The reason why I'm doing this is, for beginners who do not know, is that if the pocket hasn't got these sides, then the pocket tends to be very flat, and then you can't put in a lot of tags that, especially if you've made them on cardstock and if you've embellished them with lace and stuff, then the pocket will be too flat and it won't fit in nicely. So I prefer to add these parts to make the pocket more user-friendly. So we cut away that, let's open it so that I can explain the reason why. We cut away it on the corner of that edge, and the same here on the corner of the edge. You can, you don't have to have this so broad, but I'm going to do it like this for the moment. So then when we fold it back, they should not overlap. Then it's not bulgy. So this one is not cut on the corner where the two sides cross. That's better. This one is, I didn't cut it out correctly. See, this is also a learning process. So now just going to make it look more, let it look more alike, and then I'm just going to eyeball it and cut off a piece that it isn't so broad. Okay, so this is what it should look like, and then we glue on the edges, and then we stick it. Oh my dear. I completely forgot with which color I'm working. Okay, let's just let's turn it around. I never heard anyone screaming. You're on the wrong side. There you are. That edge looks, actually it looks super cute. If I ink it now, then you will be seeing it properly. It would be more visible. So let's quickly ink it. These have got no color coding on it. I made swatches. And I put numbers at the bottom, but my numbers have faded. I thought I used permanent. I think this is the one. Hopefully, no, this is this one. So this one has to be this one. So it's just, I called it just a purple. So it's like a darker shade of purple. This is more burgundy. So let's ink the sides. I made another junk journal and called Belle's Couture, and in that, because it was vintage, I used, what is the color, Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide. This is a very used ink pad, And my hands look, I had like, it looked like the turmeric that stained my fingers while I was making dinner and doing a video. So it's a I'm glad to use some purple today and not gather twigs today. So we will be my fingers will be featuring a more vibrant color today. So if I forget to wash my ink off my hands, but luckily this is, I think this is watercolor based, so it doesn't like give you a permanent stain. But nevertheless, I've got to go to the pharmacy. You call it a drugstore in America, we call it a pharmacy or a chemist, and I've got to go and get some medication. And then when I come in there, and usually I just grab my stuff, and sometimes if I didn't keep track of time, I have to go with gluey fingers and all. Well, the people know me already. They know I'm not one to fancy up going to town. I fancy up because I feel like it. So today I'm all in jeans, and I've got a jersey on and a hoodie and a long sleeve sweater. It's cold here. I'm going to use a bit of this just because it comes out a bit thinner. But it's actually not supposed to be used. I've got to use my Bostik. I'm using Bostik glue. Okay, so you see that we oh, this is too much. This is going to cause a mess. And you know what? I don't like glue on my fingers. This is the one thing that of crafting that really frustrates me. I've come to learn to live with it. I have this tattered piece of what do we call it? Toweling to keep my hands as dry as possible and clean as possible when I glue, because the glue just is too much. So I'm not going to cover that edge because I'm going to put trimming here, and then so it's not necessary to lose a piece of pocket for that small side. So what do you think of this? I think this looks rather nice. We could go to the circular tags and see if we've got something that flows in. Oh, this looks nice, don't you think so? Maybe on this side. I think that looks quite nice. This would be it's too many straight lines. I like a mixture of lines. Well, it wasn't like that before. Before I was like, everything has to be straight in line and squared, and even though the cutting process, I don't have a guillotine yet, so much of my cutting, and I only use a Cuttlebug for die cut, so my cutting process is with scissors, so it's not always perfect, but I'm not aiming for perfect. Mine is all junk journals, so you're never going to get perfect. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to fuss over perfection, because when I do sew, I want perfection, and it took away all the joy of sewing away for me. So I'm trying to rewire my brain in that area. So if we add that, we've got to ink it. It just makes it flow better. So we've got that, and we can look for I'm not going to glue it yet because I am wanting to do a storyline with a sentiments. So purple would look nice in here. The other colors are just too contrasting, and they don't blend in so nicely. pink can maybe go. Maybe the pink is much less boring. So I can, let's decide on using it like this for the moment. And then what I wanted to show you, but now I realize it's not printed double-sided, but nevertheless, let's give it a quirk. Let's cut it with a scissor. I'm not going to video the whole process of this booklet because you will be forever stuck in this video. So I'm just going to show you little bits. So I saw this idea on my mentor, I call her my mentor, Rose, on her video on YouTube, and she makes little ruffles. So I have to make little ruffles, and it doesn't need to be precise. It's not in being precise, it's supposed to be fun. So we don't have to measure everything. Heck no. The moment I start using the ruler, I get frustrated. It's not that much of enjoyment for me. I don't want to be measuring out everything. So there has to be a bit of spontaneity, and there must be imperfections. Because in the imperfections, we learn to become patient with ourselves and with others. Now, well, if I see something is a bit not straight, or if it looks like a bit of a mess, then I can just change it a bit here. As I'm doing now. And that is being fussy, and I should not have ventured on this fussy notion, because now I'm creating, oh my word. You see, that's why you should just go with the flow and not be that fussy like I was. It was not necessary to be that fussy. It's still that little bit of perfection wanting to pop out. And I grew up in a home where it had to be perfect, or it was not acceptable. And for a kid, that can be very traumatizing. And in some ways I did that in my own home with my kids, because that was the role model I had. And please don't follow that role model. It's terrible. We have to accept that we make mistakes. So this ruffle is very small, so I'm going to have to use the longest strip, but I just wanted to show you. Then we glue it to the edge, and it should have a color at the back preferably, but then we glue it to the edge, and we've got our own little like fake lace ruffle trimming that you add to the paper. So that's where I'm going to leave you now. You could also stretch it out a bit if you want to, but I don't like it like that. I like it ruffled. And so I'm going to make a larger ruffle, or a longer one actually, so that it covers the whole page, but I think the ruffle looks quite cute. And then I will have to put a ruffle on the outside to complement the inside. So I'm going to do a bit of gluing and so forth, and then I'll show you when I make another video. I'm making little bits, and I'm going to glue them together in the editing process, that it's one video. But that's what I'm going to complete this now, and just think about this a bit, and think about the sentiment storyline, and then I will continue embellishing. So if there's something new I'm going to do in the embellishing or using of the ephemera and pockets and stuff, I will make another small clip to add to this video. And when you're watching it, you will actually see it as one whole. So if you're watching this video in sections, happy crafting.